you for joining me. We're going to discuss expecting in the upcoming year. What would you like to have resolved from 2024 and also going into the new year? What is your New Year resolution, plural? What are you looking forward to? What are you looking forward to leaving behind in 2024? That is the commentary for this live stream. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $DeAngie, 129 Cash App. Stickers and chats are always welcome during the live stream. Please follow the Queen on the Newsbreak app for similar commentary and content. Thank you all so much for joining me. Honestly think you'll keep your New Year resolution. 42 votes. 26% said yes, 57% said no, 7% not sure, 10% says I vehemently plan to. Was 2024 a good year for you? 17% yes, 62% said no, 13% said it was more good, and 8% of you said it was more bad. As most of you know, Christmas has passed. Are you happy that Christmas is over? 89% of you said yes, 11% of you said no out of 47 votes. Sadly, 57% of you don't believe you will keep your New Year resolution. Wow. That's interesting. Very interesting. 42 people voted, but 57% of you don't believe keep your New Year resolution. And 62% of you did not have a good 2024 year. Why was that? Why didn't you all have a good year? What happened? Personal problems, financial, dealing with different attitudes, dispositions, your own attitude, disposition, responses to the crazy nonsense, worrying about something, worrying about others, family, friends, pets. Why was 2024 not a good year for some of you? That's my question. Wow. So have any of you thought about what you plan to do this 2025? How would you like this new year to go for you? What plans do you have? Or you plan on just keeping things the same? You don't have anything particular in mind to change about yourself, your life? You're going to leave everything as is? Any of you planning to change your disposition, your attitude, your way of thinking, your responses to situations, scenarios? Are you going to work on being a better you, being the best you? Or are you going to remain the same? Any of you wanting to move? Any of you planning to move? Different town, different state? Move out of the place you're in. Go bigger, go smaller. Any of you being evicted? You'll be moving out of your place. Lots of changes, I'm sure, for some of you. Then some of you probably don't have any changes. Everything is going to remain the same. That's the premise for this live stream. We are vastly leaving 2024, and a lot has happened in this year, like every year. People have made the news. Some people have passed away. Babies were born. Some people came into money. Some people lost money. Some people had more children. Some people got married. Some people got divorced. Some people met someone new, worked out, didn't work out, met somebody else. Lots of changes happen in 2024, just like every other year. Good things, bad things. But what is your resolution for 2025? What do you plan to do? Do you plan to make a better life for yourself, a better existence? Or, as I said, you want to keep things the same? Ms. Smith says she's working to have better health. And what do you plan to do by having better health, Ms. Smith? Exercising, eating less carbs, sweets. What are your plans? Lord, that is definitely my plan. It's a work in progress, I must say. The eating less, imbibing less, trying to be more open-minded to differences, commentary, and to be less responsive to ignorance. That is my goal. She says all of the above. Okay. Well, as they say, one can only hope. Hope for the best. But yes, we had talked about Christmas in an earlier live stream. I don't know why my screen won't stay on. And some of you seem like you were glad it's over with. Christmas. Very interesting. Because I had you all take polls a week or so ago about your spending habits, probably 2 weeks ago, what you all plan to do as far as Christmas. Did you all spend a lot? Didn't spend a lot? Do you think that people like the gifts you bought? Those are some of the questions I asked a little while ago. Are you going to spend more next year or spend less? Are you going to buy the same people gifts next year or not? 1, 2, 3. Remove some people, add some people. Did you like the gifts you got? Did you get any gifts? Did you take some of the gifts back? Take a gift back. Hell, did you give the gift back to the person? I don't need this, no thank you. Wow, that would be kind of harsh, would it? Would it not? Give the gift back? Mercy. It's so amazing how time just rolls on by. You're planning for this holiday, and before you know it, the day arrives, you're gathering, you're laughing, you're drinking, you're doing whatever you do on that day, and then slowly that day just disappears. So we were at Thanksgiving, she came and went, and now Christmas has come and gone just like that. Poof, voila. We're now approaching Sunday. I think it's almost Sunday. I'm getting my days mixed up. And the New Year's almost here. It just seems so crazy. How one day you're talking about one thing, doing this, doing that, and then you look up, that special day has come and gone. That's the thing about nighttime. When it gets dark, that's when you know, okay, the day has left, the day is leaving. And that's how it is. So now it's the weekend before the first. I'm sure many people are out trying to get their deals for Christmas, exchanging gifts, spending gift cards, money, and also looking for something nice to wear for New Year's Eve. Will any of you be going out for New Year's Eve? If you're going out, where do you plan to go? If you stay at home, what do you do on New Year's Eve if you stay in? You order out? You're going to cook something? Are you going to cook a pot of black-eyed peas for good luck? Are you going to wash up all your clothes? Make sure your house is clean and tidy. I'm kind of stickler for that in the new year. I like things to be tidy and neat, as always. But I don't like old things in the house, in the apartment before the new year. That's just a pet peeve of mine. If there's anything that needs to be thrown away, old, tarnished, uh, not of use, not being used, I like to discard those items before midnight. So I've already gone through many things the past couple of weeks, as I've told you here on this network. I've gone through jewelry, clothes, shoes, and I'm still, trying to process everything, do a little rearranging of things to make things more cohesive for this small space. I've got a few things I need to discard to someone, I don't know, or they'll go in the dumpster, doesn't really matter. Because the space is so small, I just don't have the storage for, knickknacks and containers and, decorative items. I just don't have the space. So even if I like it, it's going to have to remove itself because I just don't have the space. So that's what I've been working on the past day. Just redoing a little bit of shelving, containers for linen, things like that, trying to make things more cohesive, less baskets rather. I don't really like baskets. They're okay, the plastic baskets, even though I bought them last summer when I moved here, spring, summer. But now when I look at it, I don't know, I get irritated looking at it, even though there's room for them. But I don't know, I just don't want too much plastic bins with stuff, even though I bought them. I get mad at myself. It's just like, well, you buy it at the time saying, oh, you need this for this. But then as time goes by, months go by, I start looking at the baskets and I start thinking, okay, now you're starting to count these baskets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like, okay, when you start getting to 5, 6, that's extensive. One lone container to me would be suffice for like toiletries, one type of bin for linen, and one bin for maybe washcloths. But when you start having little ones after, a little one here, a little one there, it's kind of like, okay, now I'm getting annoyed looking at them. I get irritated when it comes to storage items. I'm a stickler for that. I like things a certain way, and if I don't have it a certain way, I've been like this ever since I was a kid. If it doesn't look aesthetically pleasing to my eye, I don't know, it irritates me. So it's just a pet peeve of mine. Oh, well, find something to do. How about that? Find something to do, honey. Go gurgle some water. They got a lot of ponds and lakes and rivers. Go put yourself in a big pond of water. Surely your ears will stop bleeding. Surely. How about that? See how the devil's always working. And have the audacity to call me queen. Obviously, you've watched it. Out with the old, in with the new. Exactly. That's why I'm going to be taking some tray tables back to, where am I going? Target. When I got them, I thought I was going to like them. So they'll probably give me a gift card in exchange for them. I won't. That's what happens with me. I buy things, don't buy a lot of stuff, but I get a few little items, trying to make things look cohesive. And then when I get it, I don't know, at some point, I just don't like it. And I think it's because I'm not getting what I really want. So I get something for the meanwhile, but the meanwhile, it's not, as I say, pleasing to the eye down the road. So that's going to be my plan Monday. Um, Go to Target, return those tray tables, and those two little lamps I bought a few months back. I want them out of here. Although I changed one of the shades. I put the orange shade on the little small glass lamp. It looks pretty, but I don't need it only because I'm not going to have the table to sit it on because I'm going to get rid of those tray tables. And then I really don't want anything extra to dust. So if I was to have a lamp, another lamp in here in this little box, I'd rather it be a standing lamp. I like the lamp that I bought from Walmart a few months ago. It was black and I painted it gold. It's a tripod light style lamp and I really like it. Although we had a time trying to put that shade together. Ooh, Lord, the damn Chinese, they can think of everything. A foldable damn shade. Never heard of such. Because I remember today when I was standing in the aisle looking at the box in Walmart, I said, "Where is the shade?" And I said, "There's no way there's a shade in this box." And I said, "Dear God, don't tell me they've made a foldable shade." So that's what they've done now. You get the shade, the base, all in one box. And let me tell you, it's a time trying to get those pins and everything in to get that shade to sit straight. Oh, I thought, man, whatever happened to just buying a damn lamp with the shade attached to the lamp, and you put it in your car and you drive it off into the sunset. But this is a new way of living because they knew they had to figure out a way to get people to order a lamp online, and that shade would have to fold up in a box some type of way. So that damn Chinese or whomever, they came up with a way to get that shade foldable and stuffed in a box to get it to your door without you even having to purchase it, out of the store. The world is very interesting. I just have a lot of old school ways. I don't care for buildable furniture in a box, such as what I'm talking about with this lamp business. I believe in going to the store and you buy the furniture from the showroom floor. Who wants to put furniture together? I've never heard of such. That doesn't even seem like appealing furniture to me. Why would I want to put furniture together? That would make me think of presswood furniture. Cheap wood, vinyl, whatever, not sturdy furniture. I don't want to put a dresser together. Never heard of such. And that doesn't even appeal to me because I don't think it would be sturdy. It's my opinion. That's my opinion. Hello, Eileen. How are you, dear? Eileen, you ready for the new year? You have any plans? You going out? Have you decluttered this 2024? That's another thing I've asked you all about. Have you all decluttered your houses, your homes? Have you gotten rid of things you have not used? Excess things, clothes, shoes, food, household items, furniture? Do you plan on buying any new furniture? Upcoming new year? That's why I said I believe in throwing out things before the new year. Just to me, it's just like a, old superstition. Out with the old, exactly. Things you're not going to use, not going to wear, too much excess paper, plastic, boxes, whatever. Man, throw that stuff out. You don't need that stuff. I'm a stickler about that. Less is more, because that's the one thing people don't understand about having less. You can have a cohesive looking environment, neatly decorated with things in the rooms, but it's not to the point where you're stumbling over stuff, bumping into stuff, stuff's falling over. It's, an assortment of the same thing in the room, like 4 or 5 different tables, end tables. You know what I'm saying? Less to contend with, less to clean, less to dust, less to stub your toe on. Just saying. You need a free walk space. Walk in, run around, turn a cartwheel. That's my mindset. You should be able to at least do a handstand in a room if you can. If you're able. Or a damn cartwheel. You can't do it, you in trouble. Because you got to think of a worst case scenario. You get hurt, get sick. You got to be able to run out of there. Flood, fire, ambulance needs to come in. Can they get to you and can you get out? Just saying. Just saying. Now, with 2024 vastly leaving us, what do you remember? What sticks out most in your head as far as news, breaking news? So many things have happened, but what has stuck out in your head, memorable, this 2024? God, there's so many things I've talked about since January 2024. I mean, I probably need about all my toes and fingers. I had to start naming things. I guess one thing sticks out is the recent event. Presidential election. That sticks out in my head. Not favorable in my eye. True crime case of a child missing. Case still pending. How I seem to try to better circumstances, but tend to still end up being in same similar situations, environment, people. That's somewhat bothersome to me. I was thinking about that before going live. Amazing how you can move about on the earth, move around, go to different places, hoping things are going to be better in the next place, and you realize you're just encountering the same type of people. I told myself that tonight. You have to have a certain amount of money to really have the life you want or desire. That's not to say you're not going to have problems, but to be around a certain caliber of people in the environment itself, you're going to have some mad money. And it's not to say that people with money don't act a donkey's ass and don't have quirks. Of course they do. But that's just my mindset, you know. The higher the living, perhaps you would have less issues. What I say, neighbor issues, things like that. You could afford where you want to be and maybe get, you know what I'm saying, in a copacetic environment that's less people, less stress, less shenanigans. And that's the one thing you rarely hear from people who are well off. They may talk about all type of things that are bothering them, but I don't think that's the one thing you hear from wealthy people. I mean, really wealthy people. You don't hear them talking about their neighbors. Very rare do you hear wealthy people talk about their neighbors having neighbor problems. I'm not saying wealthy people don't have bad neighbors. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying when you hear commentary, that's just not something you rarely, and you don't hear often, rather. Oh, I'm having a neighbor issue. Especially if you live in a place where there's a bit of land in between the houses. There's nothing to complain about. Because 9 times out of 10, their grass is cut, their lawn is cut. It's probably roped off, either with a gate, black gate, around the circumference of the home. There's nobody hanging out. There's nobody loitering. Probably not a lot of wild parties. It just depends on the neighbor. But you understand what I'm saying? Depending on how the houses are set up. To me, that's an awesome life, I must say. Where you don't have to contend with stepping over people, listening to people. You know what I'm saying? Moan and groan and havoc and up all day and night, fussing and cussing and littering and loitering and, not pooper scooping and stepping over trash and food they spilled or throw up. You know what I'm saying? You just say to yourself, like, damn, I'd like to know what it's like not to have to deal with that. That's why I say apartment is, you have to have a strong mind to live in an apartment. Now, there's some people who can block out certain things. They'll tell you, oh, I don't care. I don't pay attention to what people do. Then there's people who don't want to be around it. They have to have a place to live, of course, but they just, they can do without it. But as I said, there's other people who can tolerate certain things and they don't let things bother them. I am one of those kind of people. I have pet peeves up the wazoo. And I just feel like there's a certain way you should try to act and behave, when you live in close proximity of other people. You have to step over other people. You should know you need to try to at least be somewhat courteous. We're going to all have our, quirks, days. You got the TV blaring, the music. But then, damn, at some point you say, damn, don't you care? Why don't you pick up the trash? You throw it in the hallway, or you letting your dog urinate in the hallway or elevator or outside the front door. I mean, come on. This shit's nasty. But it's the kind of world we're in. Yes, Christmas was okay. How are you doing, Wanda? How was yours? Approaching New Year now. I just hope to have a better New Year, to be alive, to be healthy. I'd like to be more, prosperous as far as my pocketbook. Most definitely. Most definitely that. And to just be, able to continue to hear and see and be mobile is a blessing this upcoming 2025. In Jesus' name, amen. Let me claim that. So, Wanda, are you looking forward to the new year? What are your plans? You going out? You have a New Year's resolution or plural? What would you like to change about the upcoming year? What would you like to leave behind? 2024. Those are the questions I'm asking everybody. Please take the polls on my community page where I've asked you all about the upcoming new year. I'll go back in now and see if anybody has added on to the questions on my community page. Please feel free to take the polls and check out the videos that I have uploaded for your enjoyment. Do you honestly think you'll keep your New Year resolutions? 28% yes, 53% no. So that number was, I think, about 57% before. 11% not sure. And I vehemently plan to, 90%. So, wow, okay. So only 28% of you do believe you'll keep your New Year's resolution. 2024, was it a good year? 20% yes, 58% no. That's gone down from about 60-something%. And then 15% said it was more good, more bad was 7%. Okay? 59 votes. Thank you so much. I also asked you all, what will you try to change? In 2025, you plan to make changes to your life, situations, circumstances, financial, physical, the partner. Do you plan to stay with your partner? Just asking. Nobody's answering. I tell you, this iPad is giving me hell. I don't know why it just won't stay on the page. Once again, 22% of you said yes, 2024 was a good year. 57% said no. Will you try to change this 2025 new year? What will you try to change? Your life, your personal life, friends, your look, your weight. Can't change your height. People you're around, job, home, how you deal with people, talk to people, your outlook on life. Are you looking forward to the new year? 67% yes, 16% no, 18% not sure. 3 people responded. KW says, closing the door on the past. Past hurts, disappointments, taking with me the lessons learned with love and gratitude, and starting a new chapter in my journey with inner wisdom and enthusiasm to experience the unknown with childlike wonder. Wow. Queen responded, wow, hope this new year brings you happiness. KW responded, I hope you've seen my message to you in your comments on your live today. Okay. Well, somebody says they want to go into the new year with wonder. Wow. Interesting. That's KW 2153. I was thinking about that. That's an interesting comment. Childlike wonder. There's a new movie coming out, and it's about a little boy. I think he has some type of disability. And in the trailer, the father's, spending time with his son, learning his son, so on and so forth. And he makes a comment saying, I'd like to see the world like how my son views the world. I like to have his eyes, he was saying, in the trailer. And I thought about that. That's a very interesting comment. And I said to myself, children do view things differently than grown-ups because they are children. They look at everything with excitement, let's say. And I understood what he said, what he meant by that in the movie, the movie trailer. I want to see the world in the eyes like my son. View the world with excitement. And that would be nice, wouldn't it? To look at the world as an exciting place. And there are times that I feel like that. I think like I said, the only time that I get discouraged or negative is when things, like I said, get under my skin. I get irritated because I get irritated very easily. I've been this way like my whole life. So this is like nothing new. That's why I tell people, you really don't know people. You don't know their journey. You don't know what they've been through for them to have the disposition that they have. I can look at good in lots of things. I think the world is a great place, but I also know that it's not a great place. Can it be? Of course. So that means I have to change my perception or form my perception in a manner to keep me afloat and keep my mind right, and so I don't lose my damn mind, lose my way. But yes, the world can be a wonderful place. And that's why I try to focus on things that make me happy, do things that make me happy, okay, or entertain myself rather, if I can't be entertained by somebody else. And that's what life is about, trying to figure it out, finding things to do that can occupy your time to keep you busy, to keep you afloat. And I think the reason why a lot of people can't see probably the good in people, the good in life, because of how they live, how they were raised, the things that are affecting them at that moment. Maybe if things were a bit different, brighter, they could see the world brighter. That's common sense. If I had better things going on or brighter things in my life, maybe I could see brightness. I could see people differently. Because that's the whole thing, you lead by example. So if you have a negative environment, I think it will be kind of hard to be positive. But as I said, you have people who can live in any type of environment and they can overcome mentally what is going on around them. They don't let it affect them. So let's say 2 people are outside fighting with knives. They look out the window. It doesn't affect them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or they're inside the apartment building and 2 people are fighting with knives in the hallway. They look out the peephole and see, then they go back doing it. That may affect that person one way. Then somebody else might look at it and be like, oh my God, what the hell's going on? And it might bother them. They may not feel in their environment. They may wish they lived somewhere else to where they let that consume them. And that's one thing I have to work on myself, is not letting the things I encounter as far as dealing with people, business, where I live, outdoor influences, even dealing with this YouTube business, form my disposition, affect my disposition. Because sometimes I do. I will admit I get very irritated from doing this commentary, dealing with people. And I don't deal with a whole lot of people, but the few people I have come in contact with, you know, a lot of them, you know, it just, Lord, I can't even say what I'm trying to say. They just make my ass itch, basically. The expectations of it all, you know. Something I was listening to, the words from Denzel Washington, who is now a pastor. Congratulations to him. I shared his video, his commentary on my page late this morning. And there were some things he was saying about how people react to you, how they treat you, how they have a problem with you only because they're insecure or jealous, or, you know, they don't know how to talk, converse, you know, gaslighting. And I see that a lot with people, because a lot of people can say that about me. Oh, well, she seems mean, and why are you acting like this? Well, I always say, well, what did you bring to the table? Because that's the one thing I have come to see about people in general. When they form an opinion about you or me in general, what did you bring to the table for you to feel like I should behave a certain way? Especially when it's a one-on-one courtship. Because a lot of people do that. They come to the table foul, and then they have this expectation of you to respond positively, which makes no damn sense. And it was something that Denzel said, that there comes a point when you don't even have to respond. Woo, have mercy. I thought about that. Yes, indeed. That it comes a point when you don't even have to respond to what they're saying. Just let them talk. Don't respond. Especially if you know you're going to get jiggy, fly off the handle, let it bother you. And you can still let it still can bother you even if you don't respond. You know, you're human. But I see that with a lot of people. I've seen that recently, you know, dealing with my own personal shenanigans the past couple months with the opposite sex. Everything's fine so long as Queen doesn't say anything. She don't respond to what she don't like about what you're doing and what you're saying. Okay? Everything's Gucci. But then when she responds, now she is the problem. How interesting is that? So I agree with what Denzel said. Sometimes it's best you don't respond. Don't say nothing. Or better yet, you don't respond and you keep it moving. How about that? And I see that people still are the same as far as being bothered with you when they feel like it. A lot of people are like this. You know, I get it. Everybody's busy. Everybody's got something going on. Everything is dire. You know, the Russians are coming. The Russians are coming. The building's on fire. That's how a lot of people are. Everything is dire. Until they have a problem and then they want to talk or vent, then everybody's supposed to shut down, stop, strike a pose, and listen. Do you know people like that? Are you like that? You want everybody to stop when it's your turn to vent, cry, moan, stomp, but you don't have that kind of time when somebody else has a problem or want to vent, want to cry, want to moan, want to stomp. Just ask them. Seems like to me a lot of people they're self-absorbed. They want everything to flow on their time, and their time only. Make room for me. Make time for me. When I call, but I'll call you when I feel like it. Be bothered with you when I feel like it. And you best answer when I call, when I message. No, it don't work like that. Don't work like that. Reaching out to people when you know you really don't have no reason to be reaching out to them because you don't have anything to bring to the table. This goes into what I'm talking about now with the I don't got time, I can't talk, I'm busy, I'm doing this. Then why would you reach out to somebody? You so busy, you so consumed. I just want to say hi. For what? For what? People are a trip. People are definitely a trip. Make time when they want to make time. Talk when they want to talk. Call when they want to call. Visit when they want to visit. Get whatever they can get from you and leave you high and dry. When it's your turn to need something, want something, want to talk, want to be bothered, want to share something intimate. Sorry, I'm busy. I think about something an old man told me once years ago about people. I was sitting inside of a fast food restaurant waiting on this lady who I was doing personal care service for. She went up to this little town to see a psychic. This lady was crazy as a bat. So anyway, I decided to do a little shopping while she talked to her psychic. And I stopped in the place to get something to eat. And a little elderly black man was sitting at a table by himself and struck up a conversation. And he was talking about how we as humans are, self-absorbed, always wanting things our way on our time. And so he was saying, imagine if God, behaved the way we behaved. So, I intently listened. He said, imagine calling God with your problems. Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring. Hello? Yes, may I speak to God? This is he. I just want to call you because I got to talk to you about my boyfriend, and I got to talk to you about what happened at the bank, and I got to talk. Hold, please. God puts you on hold. Now, you wouldn't like that. God tells you, I'll call you back. 10 minutes. Got somebody else on the main line. Somebody with more pressing problems than what you have, my dear. Oh, okay. I thought about that. Imagine God putting you on hold when you call. You need to talk to him. Got things on your mind. You wouldn't like being put on hold. But what is the old black folks saying? He may not come when you want him, but he's always on time. Exactly. Not like humans. We show up when we want to show up, if at all. And that's totally different than God. Say that again, Queen. God gonna show up, just not when you want him to show up. Now, when you're dealing with humans, as I just said, totally different situation. Hello there, thank you. May never show up, may never come through for you. So I want you to ponder about that going into this new year. What is it that you can leave behind cold turkey 2024 and not look back, not touch it, think about it, revel in it. What do you want to leave back 2024? Don't touch it, don't talk about it, don't think about it, don't revel in it. And is it best suited that you leave it back in 2024? Checkmate. A friend, a family member, neighbor, co-worker, boss, where you live, a dog, a cat, monkey, goldfish, come on. What can you leave back here and keep it moving and don't look back? I can go into the new year positive as I did last year, trying to keep my mind bright, my attitude right, my disposition, and somehow that old demon, he just follows my coattail right into the new year. Like, nah, gotta come with you, queen. But that's his job, is it not? He gonna follow you irregardless. But that's his job. He don't care about 2024. I don't care if you didn't like 2024, queen. I don't care if you didn't like what Pookie Ray Ray said and what this one did. I'm going to still follow you in the 2025. That's his job. You can best believe whatever I plan to leave back here, he going to find a way, because I know Satan. He going to find a way to make sure it finds in 2025. But he better hope. Because that's his job. He knows, right? He knows you want to live a better life, change your ways, your disposition. He knows all that. That's why he sits and he listens to you talk. You talk to God and say, God, I want to do this. I want to change this. I got plans to do this. The devil sitting right there listening with his legs crossed, drinking a Coca-Cola, saying, I don't know about that. We will see. Because he's hoping to throw a wrench into the plan, but you cannot let him. Do your best to avoid him at all costs. Because in the end, as I've always said about Lucifer, he's had enough playtime. So best we send him to somebody else's door to play with them. Find you somebody else, baby. I ain't got nothing for you over here. Find you some new friends. Oh, I know how he works. I can think of certain things in my mind because I'm an analytical thinker. I can think of people, circumstances that I didn't like, and you can best believe time will go by. I won't hear nothing about the person, see nothing about them, and I be damned just as quick as I have moved away from the circumstances. Here the devil comes, he puts them right in my peripheral. He makes sure that if I go out, and that's usually when this happens, if I go outside, go out in the public, here he makes sure they go right over my threshold. Like, ta-da! That's his job. Or they send you a text message or a message. Hi, I was thinking about you. Hi, how you doing? Sorry about the last time. Or they may not even say that, knowing they was old dirty dog. Just say, hey. Well, hey is for horses. Don't call. Don't call, don't text. Especially when you know your spirit ain't right and you don't want a damn thing. Just stay on back where you were, baby. Or find you somebody else to play with. Go find you another playhouse. That's the devil's job. I hope that this year will be a good year for all of you listening and those who tune into this live stream at a later date. But I also hope that you will do your part to try to put positive energy into the universe, and so you can keep and continue to get your blessings. Because that is also a part of this thing called life. You also have to know that you've got to do your part as well about what you put into the universe. You can't expect good things if you're out here doing wrong things, being a dirty bird. Got to shape up sometime. Got to tighten up sometime. Hard it is. Hard it is. But being kind can go a mighty long way. Being nice can go a mighty long way. Forgiveness as well. But know when not to be a fool or a doormat. That's totally different. As they say, I can forgive you, but that don't mean I'm going to hang with you. Checkmate. Because a lot of people know what forgiveness is. Some people's ideology is that you forgive a person and you continue dealing with them. No. See, that's why people make their mistakes and they end up burned again. I forgive you without telling you. I can forgive you and tell you, but I don't have to hang in your peripheral. I don't have to be your friend, your lover, your partner, your nothing. I can forgive you, but you over there and I'm over here, and we are Gucci. Some of you ain't learned that yet. Because a lot of you believe in forgiving people, you have to continue to deal with them. No. The good book did not tell you to stay with them. Stay in their peripheral. Because if it's toxic, then what is the point? You're not gaining anything. You're not happy. You don't want to be around people and you're not happy. You're not happy to be around them. They don't make you happy. They don't bring you joy. So then what is the point? There is none. Hello, Mary. Hello, perspective. Life is learning, perspective. Every day we take something in that we hadn't heard, hadn't seen, hadn't experienced. And I must say, the more I watch YouTube and go outside the door into life, I realize I don't have any problems. I realize there are situations that I want to be in that maybe God is trying to tell me, it's just not your time yet, Queen. I'll give you what you want maybe later, maybe next year, but not today. So I have to accept that. Because I know what I want and what I don't want. And I've got to program my brain to not revel in things that counteract what I don't want. Because we can easily say, well, I want this, but you're doing stuff that's, it's not cohesive. It's not conductive, it's not productive in getting what you want. Life is learning. Learning is life. God knows I'm tired of, dealing with crazy people, just self-absorbed people who, they come to the table just wanting you to do what they want you to do, but they're not offering you anything. They're not giving you anything. They want everything their way on their time when they want to be bothered. No, life's not like that. And I don't owe you anything. And that's what somebody needs to hear tonight. I don't owe you anything. And I don't need you critiquing me because I'm not dancing to your music. I don't owe you anything. And as I last checked, I didn't send for you. Woo! Have mercy. Let me repeat that. I didn't send for you. So therefore, I don't owe you anything about who I am and how I am. And somebody needs to hear that. And someone with that type of attitude and disposition needs to hear that. Nobody owes you anything when you're not bringing anything to the table. No, nothing. And I'm going to start doing that. Not respond. Less stress, less headache, less getting upset, getting your blood pressure up, stroking out, to have the last say, to have the last word. Fuck them. Let them wonder. I don't know. He won't answer. She won't answer. I don't know. What's the problem? Figure it out. Figure it out. Figure out what you last said, what you last did. Figure it out. Then accept it. Move on. Once again, Christmas has left us. Left the building. A few days, it will be a new year. Do you have plans for the new year? Goals for the new year? Aspirations for the new year? Things you'd like to change about yourself, your disposition, your finances? Would you like to be in a different location? Would you like to be around different people? Hell, would you like to be a different person? Get in that machine, time machine, change it, change yourself. Nothing wrong with that. Change is good. So long as the change is good, you're happy with the change. Somebody may not like it, but hey, to each his own. Or are you going to remain the same? You don't feel like you need to change anything about yourself. You like who you are. You're content with who you are. You're content with the direction of your life. You're content with the people in your circle. You are content. Kudos to you. Now imagine those who need some change and don't want to change. Shut your mouth. We'll pray for that person. Because surely there's somebody out there that will say, I don't got to change a thing. I love my life. I'm happy. Everything is great. And they're probably lying to themselves. But that's the whole point, is that not everything is about perception. I picked this background because I thought it was festive. You know, looks like it's a swanky building with a bar and a view of the buildings. You know, Queen loves a cityscape. I'm a city girl still. So I love a cityscape. You understand? I don't want to live in a city, but I love looking at the cityscape. Skyscrapers. That's Queen. Hey, as they say, I can dream. But I'm looking forward to the new year. I'm looking forward to better situations to do. Well, I would like to travel more this year. There's some I like to do as far as arts and entertainment, as far as income. So that's my goal. That's my goal. Is to take advantage of every opportunity that comes my way and to perfect it to the best of my ability, to try to be, more tolerant of differences, but to also know I don't have to succumb to anyone's idea of who I should be and what they think I need to be. And not to let things bother me that have no relevance. And yes, get some pounds off, most definitely. That's it. Thank you, KW. You do the same. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm not going to hold you all, but... Oh, that's okay, honey. How are you doing, Heidi? Lord have mercy. Who knew 2024 would roll in like this? It just seems like yesterday I had moved. It was warm outside. I was just adjusting to the new place, new neighborhood, which, I was familiar with the neighborhood, but just trying to just get in, get comfortable. And then the summer rolled by, then fall came, and then it's like every season, fall, Thanksgiving, now Christmas, it's gone. And now a new year. This is just so crazy. Well, I'm going to work on that, not settling. Thank you, Heidi. Well, right now I'm single, so I say I haven't settled so far. I've divulged in foolishness. Yeah, I own that. But right now, there's nothing on my hip. Nothing on my hip that I don't want. I will say I've had a few, little matches, little likes, hearts, and things from a few little gents. Nothing major has come about, but I'm just going to ride it out. Sometimes I say, well, you should get off the sites. It's not working. You're not meeting anybody. But I try to stay positive because I would say the one site has more, just a different variety of men that have, speak or whatever than the other side I'm on. So I try to stay positive. If I meet somebody, I do. If I don't, then I don't. But I make light conversation, of course. Hey, how you doing? But I just think it's so interesting. I must admit I attract very interesting people. Short, tall, fat, different races, and ain't none of them talking about nothing. That's the most interesting part about it. They're not talking about anything. It's just nothing. Not a damn thing. I think one might have wanted a wife for the wrong reasons. U.S. citizenship. Well, thank you, Heidi. And that wouldn't be feasible for Queen. Not anybody, so they can become an American citizen. Does this sound familiar to any stories we've talked about on this network? Oh, mercy. But I think this one person, that's what they were wanting. I think they were hoping they would get them a guinea pig and someone they thought might be lonely, and she or whomever or myself, she'll like me, she'll fall, and I'll woo her, and then I'll ask her to marry me, and then she'll marry me. But you have to know I would know why you'd want to marry me, because I'm not a fool. I know you're not a United States citizen. So if you asked me to marry you, I know that would be your reason. You may never tell me that. You may not own it if I asked you. But that's what I would be thinking in the back of my head. And then that way, afterwards, I still couldn't consider, because I would always think of this person only wanted me to get citizenship. They probably weren't really attracted to me. They may have looked at me and said, oh, she's pretty, she's this. But your goal is to get in this country legally for good. And that would always be in the back of my mind. And so what I also have to think is, once you got comfortable and was a queen's husband, that's when you would start to act a donkey's ass. And I have to end up on an episode of Snap, or I'd be on Dateline missing. So instead of me putting myself in either category, I'll pass. Perspective, you know it. I talk about everything. But I'm just saying, Queen knows game. I've been in the world a long time. So Queen knows when somebody's trying to finesse her. Believe that. Queen knows when she's being finessed. I have been, hoodwinked and bamboozled by a few, talk is cheap, Anybody can tell you look nice, and I like the way you talk and smell and all of those type of nonsense. But then, as they say, eventually they start to show you that they don't appreciate you. They don't value you. So when you're being appreciated. When someone cares for you. You know that. And as I was telling someone who's in the chat right now, when a person is so googly-eyed and all they want to do is touch and they don't even know your government name, that's a problem. Come on now. That's a damn problem. Keith Morrison, you're so funny. That's a very bad joke, Heidi. Thank you, perspective. But you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of men, and some women too, because we have some women hustlers out here, that a lot of times they think that you're just so blind to what is obvious, You're all right, Heidi. a lot of people think you're blind to the finessing. If I said just enough, she'll fall for it. She'll believe me. But see, that's what a lot of men need to understand, that the bullshit you're carrying to the queen, I've heard it already. So it's up to me if I want to engage. So you hear a lot of men say, oh, don't judge me like the last guy. Don't compare me to him. I see that on all the men's profiles. They always say that. Don't compare me to Pookie. I don't want to hear about what Pookie Ray did or Bob. I don't want to talk about, long paragraphs they be writing. Ooh, some of the stuff they put in their profile, disrespectful. One black guy said, don't do this, and this. Don't be a bum. I thought, wait a minute. Damn, I'm getting it like that. Why not just say, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a nice young lady, someone unattached, someone who's secure. There's a way of wording things without coming across like you're mad or, you ready to start, punching people like Mike Tyson. It's like, whoa, horses, slow down. It's not that serious, But this guy put in the word bum. I don't want a bum. I thought, oh yeah, he's mad. Hit the X, queen. Because that's just a harsh word to use in a profile when you should just be talking about yourself, what you're looking for, what you desire. There's ways of wording things without, coming on so angry. I don't want a bum. Well, the woman, she can put that in her profile too. I don't want a bum. I don't want a bum-ass man. Well, who wants a bum-ass man? Nobody. You guys don't want a bum-ass lady. Okay, we're even. But the finessing is what's funny to Queen. Hey, we're just shooting the shit tonight. People just think women are so dumb. Oh, she's lonely. She doesn't have a boyfriend or husband that I know of. I can say anything to her. She'll believe me, or I'll say anything to her to keep her holding on, even though I don't really want her and I don't have anything to offer her, or I got somebody else in my life. I'll just say anything. As Dr. Phil would say, how's that working for you? Because Queen is still living and eating and drinking and being married. Checkmate. So all that finessing and all that SHIT you were trying to pull, she knows exactly what you were doing. And you don't like the fact that she's called you out on it. And that's what you're mad at. Queen called you out on it. And that's when people play possum, do they not? They don't call, they don't text, because they know they're foul. They know they're wrong. Well, I won't call her right now. I won't message right now. As I have always said, whether I like you or not, whether I'm attracted to you or not, if you can go 1 day, don't call, 2 days, don't call, 1 week, 2 months, you need not never, ever call. What's the point? And that goes for anybody. If a person can go day for day and they don't call you, text, visit, they can go a month, don't call, you already know the game. We don't have anything to talk about, whether I have feelings for you or not, because if I go back in, the person goes back in, you're not doing anything but trapping yourself into a vicious cycle of bullshit. Of a game player. And that's how people end up getting hurt, literally. Mentally hurt, and God forbid, physically hurt if they decide to lash out and act a donkey's ass when they see you, or, you got somebody else and they find out. I think people need to start being honest with people about their feelings, about their attraction. Now, I've kind of left the 2024 New Year business, but don't mind me. We always jump off the subject on this channel. Keep it real. Just keep it real. You have somebody in your life, but you also attracted to somebody else. How long do you think that's going to last? You just keep wanting to duck around talking to somebody else that's not your partner. I say tell the truth. Set your soul free. Because at some point, aren't you going to get tired of that? Oh, I know it's a game. I know. But what's the end game? What is the end game? Honey, I love you, but I'm attracted to this person over here. I don't know how it happened, but I'm attracted to her. I'm attracted to him. Just tell them the truth. Now, some people, you're not going to be able to tell the truth because you got to worry about getting your head busted. Get shot. Because you don't really know how a person's going to accept that news. And that's possibly the reason why people don't tell others. And the other thing is they ain't going to leave them. Bingo card. They ain't going to leave, don't want to leave, but they don't mind canoodling over here and flirting and putting on and making gestures and soliciting, soliciting them for what? So then you can cut the person off once you're caught. Cut them off. Thank you, Quinn. Thank you so much, KW. Cut them off. You done doused them with gasoline and you cut them off. You should know you're going to get that karma back, especially when you're the one that was initiating the conversation and the flirtation in the first place. Checkmate. You're going to get that back, baby. That's why I always tell you have to be careful how you treat people. Well, exactly. Well, Heidi, I can't speak for everyone. Some people may actually have really genuine feelings or attraction to somebody else. So I can't speak for everyone that's been in this situation. But I think when it starts that you are wanting to talk to a person, reach out to a person, you now want to touch a person, they reciprocate, you now have a problem. Because even with talking to another person, the spouse, girlfriend, wife, husband, boyfriend could say, well, I feel like you've betrayed me just because you're attracted to somebody else. You're talking to them. You're reaching out. You're messaging. I get it. I think anybody would feel betrayed. What is it about her? What is it about him? Why are you talking to him? What does he have that I don't have? It's a terrible place to be. And the one thing that people don't understand about being attracted to other people, the person you're with will know you are doing something. They can smell it. I don't care if you haven't even had sex with the person. Your interest in them is not the same because you're giddy for the other person. And it will show. By all means necessary. Now, some will say, I didn't see a sign. I didn't see anything. He always come home. He hugs me. He kisses me. We make love and we talk. We share. I never knew he was talking to another woman. He was having sex with another woman. Some guys are good at hiding their feelings. Some, but not all. Then why even engage? That's my point. But if you are indeed a whore, excuse my language, then me asking this question is pointless. It's what you do. It's a part of your personality. It's your mantra. You got to get it in one way or the other. And sadly, we have men and women who are just notorious cheaters, liars, manipulators, con artists, and they don't know how to be honest. And I feel sorry for anybody that's in the periphery of someone like this, whether they are the partner or they are the potential person pursued because you just don't know people. You don't know the mindset of people. And we know we shouldn't partake with married people or people in relationships. But then some people will say, well, relationship ain't the same as married. But there's still somebody feeling betrayed, even if it's just a relationship. See, everybody has their perception of relationship versus marriage. Some people do believe, well, it don't count. They're just dating. That ain't his wife. That ain't her husband. They can go out and sleep with somebody else. Well, you're entitled to your opinion. Until it happens to you, then you would probably not feel that way. You probably would say, well, yeah, I know he's not my husband, but I love him and I'm angry. He's out here sleeping with, with Jane. He's attracted to Jane, Susie, Paul, whomever, Dick. Casey's on the down low. I don't know. Just saying. Everything's about perception. But this is the world we live in. Interesting world. Yeah, I must admit some of the profiles on this other site, they are quite interesting. The wordings, the what the men are looking for. I get a lot of scammers. One messaged me tonight saying he would pay me for companionship. And of course, I knew it was a scammer because he used the word am, and a lot of foreigners use am. Am interested. Am calling. Please notify me on another site. Can you contact me on this site? Why do I need to contact you on another site and we're on a date site? That makes no sense. And that's one of the faux pas of a scammer. That's, most date sites will tell you if they want you to go to another site to talk, text, call, it's usually a scam. And then the way they word the names, they'll use a last name as a first name. So they might say Jones Dick as their name, when we already know most men don't have the first name Jones. Their first name would possibly be Dick or Bob. But these foreigners are so illiterate and they don't know common English first and last names. They use the last name first. And when you read it, you already know, yeah, this is a scammer just from looking at the name. Then they put the name in lowercase, and we already know that if you went to formal education, went to a formal school in America, you always capitalize your first letter of your name. Stay woke. Always. You don't put a lowercase j in James. But you're a foreigner, you don't know appropriate English and how to write the alphabets correctly. And they don't even realize that they're doing it. So, Queen played along today. I just put African scammer. He writes back, I am a direct person. What the hell does that mean, you're a direct person? So, I put it again. Then I reported it, blocked the profile. It just amazes me the lengths that people will go to try to scam you, to try to get money from you. Because what is he going to do? Ask me for my Cash App? I need your Cash App tag so I can send you some money. So, I tried to figure out, how do you get scammed with the Cash App tag? So this is what I found out through Google. The person is going to get your tag and then send you the money. Literally send you the money. But then they're going to turn around and message you after you've accepted it to send it back because they made a mistake. Now, I don't know what planet these foreigners are from, not Earth. Nobody is going to send you the money back. You send me $1,000, let's say, and then you write back through my phone, whatever, however we're texting. Oh, Queen, I made a mistake. I didn't mean to send 1,000. I meant to send just 100. Oh, can you send me the 1,000 back? Now, they say it's a scam and it's coming out your own money. But my thing is, whether it's through your bank account, through the Cash App, if you have 1,000 on there and they sent it to you, I'm trying to figure out how would it be that I lost 1,000 even if I sent it back. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because either way, when you spend the Cash App, it's just like your own bank account. You spending whatever amounts in there. So if someone deposited 1,000 on the Cash App, I send you the 1,000 back. Really, what have I lost when I didn't have the 1,000 in the first place? I'm just basically giving you back what you sent to me. That's how I interpret it. But the Google says, well, you know, the scam is when you send it back, that's your own actual funds. But I'm saying, well, it's funds either way. It's funds once it hits the account. My thing is to avoid all of that, block and delete. The person doesn't sound like an American. They're wanting you to go to another site to talk, to chat. Don't do it. Because they're never going to get on the phone with you because they have an accent. And they know they can't sound like an American. So that's why they want you to go to another site. But my thing is, it doesn't matter. If we stay on this site, we go to this site, you're never going to talk. You're never going to video chat. So what's the point? And let's be truthful. Who's going to just give a woman money that he hasn't talked to, video chatted with? Nobody. Now, some women, they have done it. Older women talking to men on these sites, never video chatted, never saw what they look like. The guy tried to distort his voice. She sent money to him. And then we've had older men doing it as well to women they've never video chatted with, never talked to. And so that's your first clue of any type of courtship. You want to be able to see the person who has messaged you. And if the person never wants to message you, do a video chat rather, then it's pointless. How are you going to build a courtship with a person you don't know what they look like? A picture ain't worth nothing. Those pictures are usually stolen. So that's not the person you're talking to. That's why you say, okay, sure, I'll give you my number. We can video chat. If they say, well, no, I just want to text and, oh, my phone's messed up and the screen's messed up, don't even bother. As a matter of fact, you should get all that information before you give your phone number out. If they start saying they can't video chat for whatever reason, just conversation, block, delete. Because you're a grown person and you don't have access to a viable phone with a video screen, then you don't need to be on the date site talking to anybody, because nobody was going to continuously talk to you, give you their number to text. You can do that on a date site and text. And that's another thing I've noticed about men who are the real person in the pictures. Some of these men, they still want to leave the site, get your number to just text. And that's just so baffling to me. Like, why do you want to text? You don't want to talk on the phone. And I get it, when you're at work, depending on the type of job you have, you may not be able to talk on the phone. Cool. But when you get off of work, why can't you call? Why can't you hold a conversation? I'm still facing this dilemma with these grown-ass men. And it's baffling to me. But I will say, after the experience of the last MF, I'm not doing that round and round texting bid. I'm not doing it. If the first thing you say to me on the site, oh, I'll text you, you give me your phone number, first thing I'm going to say is this your preference to conversate? It's through texting. If he says, yeah, I prefer to text, then I will tell him, well, sorry, I'm not interested. And then I'll just block, delete. There's no need of me giving you my number for you to just text. We could text on the site we're on. See, that's the ploy they use. Get you to another site or get you to, you give your phone number up and then he just want to text. How you doing? What you doing? Good morning. Good afternoon. Sending emojis, all that bullshit. They may periodically call, answer the phone, but they never want a video chat. They never want to call, hold a decent conversation. And we already know the other ploy. You do get on the phone, finally talk. Now he wants to know where you live, what side of town you on, what you doing tonight. But he never asks you to go anywhere, do anything. He doesn't ask you personal questions. Where are you from? How many children do you have? How many siblings do you have? What's your 5-year goal plan? What are your hobbies? That's how you know somebody's interested. They're going to ask you pertinent questions. So please, ladies, always remember that wherever you meet a man, if all he wants to talk about are your attributes, he needs to see what you look like in a picture, full body picture, video chat. He wants to see your body, all of those type of nonsense, which I get. He wants to see what a woman look like. Big deal. Okay, now what? Well, where do you live? What you doing tonight? I could come by. Oh, I sure would like to see you. Oh, I just want to hold your hand. Oh, that was the bullshit I heard yesterday. You want to hold my hand for what? Now, some people might say, no, Queen, that was sweet. Nah, it wasn't sweet. Because you're trying to come to my location to hold my hand. Not ask me would I like to go out. Raining or not. There's structures that have roofs. Hey, you want to go to the movies? Hey, would you like to go to dinner? Then maybe I'll hold your hand. But just straight out the gate, oh, I want to come see you. Oh, you do? Oh, okay. But you have not asked me about going anywhere. That's sign number one. He doesn't want anything. He wants to get what he wants on his time. So he's letting you know he's not trying to spend any money. As we learned with the last joker. Talk, text, text. Oh, can I come see? It's just bullshit. And that's the trap. So you already know it's never going to be what you want because, one, they're not asking you questions about your life. That's first and foremost. Can't make time to talk on the phone. Always want to text and then want to come to your house shortly after talking to you. Those are all bad signs. He is not wanting to date you or court you as a woman. He has no interest in getting to know you. You are just somebody he wants to hook up with, get what he can get, use, manipulate, con, bamboozle, whatever his game plan is. It is not going to go in your favor. And that's my message to the women today. If you find yourself in the situation of meeting someone, wherever you meet them, if in the beginning all they want to do is come in your place, as soon as they meet you, decline. Even if you're interested, just decline. I don't care if you're horny, decline. Because if you're attracted to the person and you want to get to know him coming to your place as soon as he meets you is just not a good idea. Because we're all grown and we know what happens when people get in people's homes and it's dark 30. Touching, patting, rubbing, kissing leads to shit. So, hey, we're all grown. And then next, after you've given up the goodies, here comes the phone games. It's the way it is. Now, the flip side is you might give up the cookie and you're with a guy. He really is still interested. He still wants to call. He wants to talk. He wants to take you out. He just couldn't resist getting over into your bedroom The next day he's answering, responding. Yeah, come on, we can do lunch, dinner, and then you actually can court and date him. Sometimes that's very rare. Yes, it's not safe. But what is safe? Nothing. Because at some point you have to be alone with a person. So you can go 2-3 weeks before actually inviting someone to your house, going to his house. That does not mean they're going to behave when you get there. And you might actually be going there to have sex. You know you're going to have sex. You want to have sex. But the point is, as my aunt would say, it doesn't mean they will play fair. And I think some of you know what that means. They may want to play funny games. Because you don't know people. But that's been my experience recently. Just a lot of chit chat, nothing special. Have not met a special man. Don't know if I will. We'll see. But I'm praying that 2025 will be a good year for Queen. I really hope things look up for me. As I said, there's a lot of things I'm wanting to do this upcoming year. Things I had put on the back burner from 3 years ago, 2 years ago. So I'm hoping this year will be a prosperous year where I can just get myself in a better situation mentally, physically, financially, and just roll with it, honey. As I said, I want to travel more. I like to go to Georgia more and do some auditions and do some auditioning here if there's something that I see that I want to do, and just roll with it. That's the plan. I hope they look up for you too. Loved your new rings and bracelets. Super pretty. Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you, honey. Yeah, that one bauble I had tried on, I put on my ring finger, it felt kind of tight. And that finger is my less weight. I have less weight in this ring finger, left hand. But I don't know, that bauble ring is so thick, it was kind of snug when I put it on that finger. I thought, ooh, Jesus. It's kind of tight. But I might have to put a little oil or something around it so it can slide on a little bit better. But anyway, the other one, that's the dome style, I'll be wearing that one more anyway. That's the one I wanted for everyday use. But thank you, I appreciate it. Honey, I need to go back, honey. Just clear the rack out. Clear all the rings out that I can fit. Get them while I can. I like dealers. I like their jewelry. The jewelry lasts longer. Oh, you said wear it when your hands are cold. I never heard that. Wear them when your hands are cold. Okay. Why wear them when it's cold? Yes, they do look expensive. That's why I like the jewelry from dealers. The jewelry, they have nice jewelry. The jewelry is very nice. It's worth the money. And I love that bracelet, the snake bracelet, snake head bracelet. Oh my God, that just that bracelet just turns me on. They had another one too. I should have bought it because they had two left. I only bought one. I should have bought the other one too. Oh, not as much swelling. Oh, your fingers shrink. Okay, your fingers shrink when it's cold. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Well, yeah, the other one, the one that's got like the big diamond in it, I only wear that when I go out for the evening with the dome ring. But I'm going to wear the dome every day. But what I want to do is go back and get this other ring I saw. It's real pretty. It's kind of long, shaped long, and it's got like the fake studs or whatever in it. It's like a web. It's just real pretty. And I'd like to get that one. So I'm getting out Monday. I'll probably stop in Dillard's and look and see what they have. I asked that lady at the counter if they're going to discount any of the jewelry that was sitting on top of the counter, and she said, probably not. And I thought, dang, y'all need to mark something down so Queen can come back and spend some money. Because I love jewelry. Oh, my goodness. That's my go-to, honey. If anything Cheers me up. Thank you, Mary. If anything cheers up Queen, baby, you bring that big girl some jewelry. She'll be your best friend. I love jewelry. Oh my goodness. I love jewelry. I always have. I've always had nice rings and stuff. I used to have a lot of, 10 karat, 14 karat gold rings. I don't have any of them no more. Because I really like the big jewelry, and common sense will tell you, if you were to buy real gold in those sizes, you would be spending a lot of money, because the bigger the gold, the bigger the stone, you naturally, you have to spend more money. But I love big jewelry because, I have long fingers, so really the petite jewelry just don't look as becoming. They would look better, I think, on a woman with, smaller hands, shorter fingers. You can wear the dainty jewelry. So I wear the big jewelry because it just stands out. It's more appealing on me, But yeah, I love jewelry. I really do. And I've gone through some other little bracelets. I went through the bracelets a few weeks ago, and the jewelry, threw out a lot of stuff that was tarnishing and getting rid of stuff. And then the other day I had pulled that bag back out, the makeup bag that I carry in. It was really my jewelry bag now. And there was some silver jewelry in there. And I thought, you're not going to wear these either, these 2 silver bracelets. And then I had a little black beaded bracelet. I threw it in the throwaway pile. I'm just trying to go through stuff that I know I'm not going to use. And frankly, the earrings that I kept, some of the earrings, I don't think I want some of them. The more I sat and thought about it the other day, I said, Queen, some of these earrings that you kept in the keep pile, you really don't feel those earrings. You only bought them at the time because they were so cheap. They were like maybe $2. I got them out of town. Chattanooga, I think I got some of them. I don't think I want to keep some of that shit. I know the type of earrings I like. I like them a little bit longer, a little dramatic, and I haven't been to the place where they sell them. So it is time for some new earrings. So really that's what I need to do, is go out and get me some new earrings. I definitely need some earrings. But then I was thinking about changing my look, wearing more, the little faux diamond studs that's a little bit big. I like those. They look more feminine, and it makes you look like you got some money in your pocket. I always say, play the part. I keep telling you all, you got to dress the part, play the part. If I wear these fake studs, maybe God will bless me with a lump sum of money. Somebody will look at me and say, hey, she looks like she's got a little money. Let's help her out. Let's give her some more money. Let's give her some real damn money. And then I can say, thank you. Thank you very much. I just read that Tennessee's got a big Powerball. It's in the billions. Hell, I might need to buy me some tickets. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine Queen hitting the damn Powerball? Oh my gosh. Baby, let me tell you. Queen hit that Powerball. I'd probably be spinning in circles. I would be spinning in circles. Oh my goodness. First thing I would do is what you're supposed to do, is go pay anything you owe off, pay your debts off. Then I'm going to the car dealer. I'm getting a brand new car. Then I'm taking this shit out of here to the dumpster. Only taking a few things I actually like, which would probably be the little mirrors and my pretty little vase and the flat screens. And then I'm out of here. I'm checking into the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Because I'd be too scared to still stay in the apartment. They end up releasing my damn name, and I'm still up in here. I would go stay in a damn hotel. Because at some point, they got to tell your name when you hit that damn Powerball. So I want to be out. I want to be in a hotel, living for a little while until I can put some money down on buy a house. Yes, Lord. Oh, Mary, did you get some tickets? Yeah, Mary plays. I'm not a gambler because I'm a sore loser. So I don't buy lottery tickets. I don't play cards. I don't play at the casino. I'm not that type of person. I don't play on the horses. My father was a gambler. There have been times he has won money, and that's not me. I'm not a gambler. I'm a sore loser. I just can't see me buying tickets. Now, with this Powerball, I could change my mind. I could really change my mind. I'm going to tell you something that's funny about those Powerball tickets. There have been people who have won the lottery and they never, ever paid attention to the lottery the night the numbers were called, which is so bizarre to me. And so they're steady announcing the numbers on the news, trying to find the winner. And the fucking winner is out here in La La Land, not even corresponding. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? You're going to sit here and buy tickets and then you don't even watch the night they drop the numbers? Why not? We've heard all kind of crazy stories. Oh, I left it in my pocket. I left it in my pants pocket. I forgot about it. You're going to go buy a Powerball ticket and then say you forgot? I'm getting ready to stick that fucking ticket on the counter, refrigerator, the cabinet door, and I'm gonna, if I have to put a sticker on my forehead, watch the number at this time tonight. I'm gonna watch. I want to see if I hit. What in the world? Say what? That'll be you, girl. You're crazy. Yeah, well, I saw it. I saw it today. The Powerball for Tennessee. All I can say is, oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine winning. Oh my goodness. That would just be wonderful. I'm telling you, I'm coming up out of here, baby. Oh, and I'm going to that dealer. I'm gonna run to the dealer. Do you hear me? Shit. I'm going to that car dealer, baby. I'm going to that car dealer. And ain't nobody need to ask me nothing. You ain't got to work with me on a dollar amount. How much the car note? Ain't gonna be no car note. Ain't no car notes. Ain't no car notes, baby. That's out. Then we paying up the insurance for a year. See, I'm doing just what my father taught me. When you get a lump sum of money, you pay everything up and off. So you don't have to worry about nothing but just living. You pay your insurance for that car for a whole fucking year. Pay the car insurance for a year. Ain't no need to half stepping. Pay it up. Pay it up for a year. Hell, pay it up for 2 years. Pay it. Be done with it. Pay it. And then go find you somewhere to sleep. Because there's no need in going in stores, buying Gucci bags and Prada bags. You got time for all that dumb shit. Go buy you somewhere to sleep. You know you're living in an apartment or a house. It's a TikTok house. It ain't shit. You're renting it. Man, go put you some money down on you a skybox, a house that you can afford, that you can maintain, and you pay that house off. You pay for a whole car and even the insurance on the house. Do the same thing. Pay the insurance up for a year on the house. So see, when you pay all that money up front, it is nothing to worry about as the days and weeks and months go by when you start digging in the pot wanting to spend money. You see, because this is how most people go broke. They say that most people who hit lotteries, especially the lump sum lotteries, they're broke in 3 years. So if you're hitting the Powerball, you're getting quite a bit of money. You still got to spend that money wisely because people are going to know your name eventually within a month. They're going to put your name out there and everybody's going to know you won that money. So if you got a lot of friends and family, they're getting ready to come big. That's a given. KW, I'll probably get a Mercedes. I've had an older Mercedes before and I like Mercedes. I like German cars. I've had a Volkswagen, Passat years ago. That was a cute little car. Red 4-door with the sunroof. So Queen's a German girl. I like German cars. I do. I like Mercedes. I like Volkswagens. I like Volvos. I like a German car. But I would definitely get a Mercedes. But I'd probably get two cars. I definitely get a truck. Frankly, I like SUVs. But because I am somebody who loves to pick up stuff, I'd probably buy a pickup truck. And it wouldn't have to be a fancy or the newest pickup truck. I would just get a nice truck with low miles just to have to haul things. Now, many people say, well, you're well off. What are you going to be hauling off, Queen? Honey, I'm Queen still. Queen is still the type, she will want to catch a deal, buy something, somewhere. And if I got my own truck, ain't nobody got to deliver nothing, I might want to take it home. So I might be in the store and see a big, pretty mural or picture. I'm not going to pay for you to deliver that to my house. If I got a damn truck, I'll just tell you, I'll park the truck up front. We'll just put that bad boy in my pickup truck, and I will haul it to my house. Don't think because Queen got some money, she going to just keep spending money for delivery fees. No, hell no. No, honey, I'm still resourceful. I remember I had somebody say that to me. Might have been my dad saying, if you got $1 million, it wouldn't be enough. I said it would be enough because it's more than what I have. So I'd make that million work. If somebody gave me a cold 1 million right now, no taxes, you can best believe Queen would make that 1 million work because I've been without. And I'm not like the typical person who has to go spend all the damn money. Because 1 million seems like a lot, but most people are going to live the closest to that 1 million they can, and that's when you're going to go broke. Because the average dodo bird would say, well, I got $1 million, let me go get a $500,000 house. Well, you're going to be broke. You're going to be broke quick. Because if you go get a $500,000 house, more than likely it's going to have at least 4 bedrooms, 4 or 5. Your light bill's high, your gas is high. You got to pay taxes on that house. Stay woke now. You got to keep the maintenance up on that house. Insurance on the house. Your money is going to go so fast. Then, too, you'll probably buy a new car. You got to furnish the house. You think you're going to have a lot of money left over? If you spent $500,000 from $1 million, you ain't got but $500,000 left. Now you've got to pay to put furniture in there. God forbid you had a few debts you wanted to pay off. $500,000 will be gone. That's all I'm saying. Exactly. Your best bet, if you get $1 million, you need to buy a house that only costs maybe $250 at the most. At the most. And then you got to figure out a way to make that remaining portion work in your favor, depending on if you're going to work, not work. Are you going to be giving people money? Are you going to be loaning people money? Because that's going to be the start of you going broke. Is if you have a big family and everybody's got their fucking hand out. You're not going to have nothing. Because there's going to always be somebody that's going to say, hey, I heard you hit the lottery, or I heard you did this. Well, I need my mortgage paid, or I need a new car, or my car's in the shop, and here comes Bubba, Ray, Pookie, Bob, your children, grandchildren. That's why I just said, if you right now got $1 million, you put half on a house and paid cash. You ain't even went and bought a new car. That's at least $38,000, $40,000, depending on the car you buy. You probably ain't gonna buy no $20,000 car. Just keeping it real. The money's gonna go fast because so long as people know you got that money, they're gonna beg you to no end, and you're gonna eventually have to tell everybody, I don't got no money to give you. I gotta make this money work for me. I gotta have something to live off of. And let me tell you, once you start spending the money, you don't have the type of education or background to make that money stretch. You're going to be broke. That's why most people who hit the lottery are broke in 3 years, because they don't have the fortitude to get somebody to manage the money for them, put the money in stocks, bonds, investments, things like that. And they spend. They're loaning it out. They're giving people money. They're buying all these toys and scooters and bicycles and mopeds and motorcycles, boats, your ass gonna be broke. I've seen so many of those stories of people who hit the lottery and they didn't have nothing in 3 years. They were broke. That's the timeline. 3 years. 3 years. Oh yeah, everybody's gonna want money. But let me tell you the gist of that story in the handout department. I ain't got nobody that's gonna come get no money from Queen. Let me make that clear. If I hit the lottery right now, there will be nobody knocking on my door or in my messenger or in my phone asking for a damn dime. And I know a lot of you thinking, huh? You put it together. The only way you will get some money from me, I offered it to you. But you will not be calling me saying, yo, can I get 5 on it? Can I get 20 on it? Can I get 100? Can I get 2,000? No. Ain't nobody getting ready to ask me for shit because I got it set up in my life where I don't fool with a lot of people and the situation is so jacked up with these relatives, they already know not to come ask me for a damn thing. They're going to do like everybody else. Hot damn, Queen hit and got that money. And she ain't about to give us a dime. She ain't. Because we're not on that level. So I'm not worried about nobody begging me for no money. It'll be all mine. And that's the way I want it. Now, anybody I can think of to give money to that's been good to me, it ain't a lot. It's not a lot. Might give to a church or something, but that's it. That's it. I'm cutting everything off. My name won't even be Perspective anymore. I'm going to be built. Perspective, that's not your real name anyway, is it? Now you cut that mess out. You so crazy. You're so funny. Bill Johnson, that's a good one. Well, Bill, they'll still be looking for you. You can believe that. They gonna still try to find you. Let me tell you a story. This was a couple years ago. There was a family. They were a white family, and they had hit the lottery, and I think they were in Mississippi. Was Mississippi or Arkansas? And when it was time for the reporters, whomever, to go talk to the family about the jackpot, they could not be found. They could not be found. And I started laughing when I heard this story. The family hit the lottery. And when the reporters went to go look for them, to do an interview, they were gone. Other people went looking. They were gone. Now you put that on paper. Because they knew that as soon as they hit that lottery, their name eventually is going to be mentioned. And people are going to start talking and coming and knocking and wanting interviews and whatever. Guess what? They had it planned, and they planned it right. They got the fuck out of Dodge. So when it was time for that name to be released, they weren't even at the house where they were living. Mr. Jones, Mrs. Jones, can we talk to you? Oh, hell, this house is empty. Bingo card. That's how you do it. That's why they tell you to not tell anybody you hit the lottery. Do not tell anyone, not your mama, your daddy, your children. You don't tell nobody. You go take care of your bills first. That is so you don't get sued by anybody that you owe. You go pay your debts off first. Then you go get your car, your house, and then you leave the area, because you are not going to be able to live in the same area if you hit a substantial amount of money. I don't care if it's 200, 300,000. I don't think I would still stay in the same area. And I get it. Some people, they're planning. They got a good home, good job. They want to stay in the same house. That's your business. But you also have to think about getting robbed, stuck up. You got to think about stuff like that. And you still going to be found even now if you hit the Powerball or you hit for $100,000, because people can just Google your name, find your address. But you get in the millions and you were just a regular old Joe in a TikTok $100,000 house or apartment, you know you've got to go. You are not going to be able to stay in the same place. It's not going to work. You're not going to be able to. You definitely know if you're living in low income, subsidized housing, you know your ass can't stay there, because they're going to be giving you a 30-day notice to get out because you have higher income. But no matter where you live a regular life, you can't have that life anymore, because you are now a moving target with those $1 million attached to your government name. That's why they tell you to take care of your business when you hit the lottery, because eventually your name has to be given, publicly named rather, and you just don't want that scrutiny while trying to, maneuver, do this, do that. You just don't want to be wasting time when you come into that kind of money. You need to take care of all your debts, pay off your bills, go get your new car, go get your new house, and then go live. You don't want to still be in the same place. And now here come the reporter and people banging on the door. I heard you won. I need a loan. I need this. Before you could even go get yourself a car and a house, you already got people begging for money, wanting to, hey, I need my mortgage paid. Hey, I need a car. My car's been in the shop. Hey, I'm broke. Hey, I'm in between jobs. No. Don't tell nobody. Don't ever tell nobody you hit the lottery. You pay your bills off first. You go get your new residence. Then you can call people and tell them you hit the lottery if you want to, because they're going to find out eventually anyway. But I just feel sorry for people who are really kind-hearted and they like helping people and doing things for people, because you have people who are not really well off now and they're always extending themselves and doing favors for people and loaning people money and giving people money. You are going to have a problem if you ever come into a lump sum of money, because the people are going to beg you. This is what people do. And if you don't know how to say no, you're going to be broke, because you'll never get that money back. Nobody can give you $20,000 back. Nobody. If they don't even have $100, they don't have $20,000. So you want to give somebody $20,000, $10,000, you should know they'll be back. And 20 turns into 40,000 the next time they beg. And then the next time is 60,000. So that's all I'm saying. You will then you will become a pawn. And so it won't even matter about who you are, how nice you are. You're now just a piggy bank. And I think a lot of people have come in, who have come to realize that when they became well off, they made a lot of money, they got a good paying job. That's all people call them for, is for money, for loans. You see it all the time, and they're not Powerball winners. They just got a good job. People will suck you dry, and that's just what they'll do. That's why I always tell people you have to be careful what you say. And that's something else I saw in the videos I played. I shared to my community page. One of the videos was saying, be careful about what you say, what you tell people. You got to learn to keep your mouth closed. Stop telling stuff. Stop telling your problems, your business, your ventures, your downfalls, what's bothering you, because people will use it against you. Leverage. You have to think. Hell, that's how MC Hammer went broke. He won, he made all that money singing, rapping songs, and he was spending the money, buying horses and a mansion, and then he was broke. paying for 38 dancers. Do you know how expensive that is to have 38 dancers performing with you? You got to feed them. You got to buy costumes. You got to pay for hotel stay, travel expenses. Hell yeah, you're broke. But that's the point. If nobody teaches you, hey, you're not making enough of that. You can't have this many people in your entourage. Hey, you can't have everybody on your coattail, feeding them for free, paying their bills. It's not going to work. You know, I could think of somebody I know personally. They've been afforded a lifestyle to live pretty decent because their child went pro ball. But are they deserving of the money? And then it was some things I heard they said out in public, you know, throwing their weight around because they're living high off the hog. But the point is, you're living off the hog with somebody else's dollar. You didn't make the money. The money was given to you. The gifts they gave to you was so you could have a better life. And you're walking around acting like your shit don't stink. What you don't know is anything can happen to that kid to where they ain't making that money no more. And that means you're going to have to continue to take care of yourself with what little they've given you. And if you ain't never been, you know, on your own to sustain yourself and take care of yourself, because it took you a while to even do that in life, you'll have a hard time when the money stops and there ain't no more gifts, it ain't no more nothing. You got to now sustain keeping a house, keeping an automobile. Because as I keep telling everybody, that stuff costs. Keeping a car, a truck, 2 cars, a nice home. It doesn't house is $200,000, $300,000. Eventually something's going to go wrong in your house. You're going to need a heater. You're going to need a hot water tank. You're going to need a roof. You're going to need something. Where's the money going to come from? And that's what a lot of people don't think about when they live off of other people's monies. You don't really have the income to really sustain living in a nice home or car. Somebody's probably giving you a little bit of money every month, putting it in your bank account. But what if something happens to that person and they can no longer give you the money? Then what are you going to do? I mean, this is a true story. This is a true story about somebody I know of. I think they, you know, think they're hot shit because they got access to funds. But what they don't know is that shit can end. Because in the end, it's not your money. It's somebody else's money. And something happens to that person, you are shit out of luck. You're going to be just like everybody else around here, trying to hold on to a house, trying to hold on to a car, trying to pay the insurance on house, cars, paying the taxes every year. Just saying. And I really don't have any respect for anybody that walks around who was just dirt poor like the rest of us. And then they're out talking shit in public places that they're rich now and all that. Somebody told me, and I just listened to the person. I didn't give my comment. But at that point, I lost respect for the person when I heard that they had said those things. No, your child is rich. You're not. You want to be like Nene Leakes. As Nene Leakes once said, I'm a rich bitch. You are not rich. The things you have right now, you only got because somebody came into money and they bought you some things. Other than that, you didn't live no better than anybody else before they signed that deal. And that's the kind of world we live in. That's why I said, if you come into some money, you better choose wisely what you do with the money. Because if you don't have the fortitude to make that money grow every year, you will spend the money and you'll be broke. That's why a lot of wealthy people are broke, because they have spending habits that exceed what they actually make yearly. All their bills are credit card bills. Buying Gucci, Prada, Live, and all that type of stuff. Givenchy, all of that. In the end, what is it all worth? You can't pay your light bill with Gucci shoes, Gucci slippers. You know, I'm just saying. You see a lot of wealthy people like that. They owe all this money on credit card bills. I'm a cash type chick. I don't think it's necessary to, like I told you all before, using the debit card every day. Pull the money out the bank, have some cash on you. You should always have cash on you. You should have cash at your house. In case something happens, you got the cash. You ain't got to go to the bank. Stay woke. Stop depending on the machines to work that take the debit card. How many times have you gone somewhere and said, this card's machine's broke? Cash only. You all better wake up. I don't believe in running up a credit card either for stuff. Now, naturally, when you're wealthy, will be a lot of the opportunities to have, you know, like a gold card, blah, blah, blah. But if you start spending that thing and just running it, that's still money you owe. It's in your name. And I just believe in, as I said, paying things off. I don't want to rack up credit card bills just because I've been afforded to have a credit card. And I understand you can't, it's not a good idea to walk around with thousands of dollars on you, you know, to buy furniture, you know, things like that, things that are big ticket items. But you don't want to rack up credit card debt either. And then when the monthly statement comes, you're not paying the due bill. You're allowing it to roll over, and you're standing in people's stores buying. Now what started off at $6,000 is now a $15,000 credit card bill, $40,000 credit card bill, $60,000 credit card bill, and you're still spending, but you're not paying the due bill to pay the whole debt off. That's where a lot of people are in debt because they let those bills pile up. I'm just not that type of person because I'm the type, I don't want you calling me and worrying me and sending me nothing about no damn bill statement. I don't get any mail in my mailbox. This is probably the one address I have where there is nothing sent to me because, you know, everything you do now is online. So there's no need of anybody sending, you know, any bills for anything. And frankly, I don't have a lot of bills. I don't want them. I don't want them. I don't need them. I don't get attached to stuff. I've had the best of everything. When I was in my 20s, I had things that the average grown-up woman didn't have. I've had all of that. Nice furniture, furnishings, whatnots, pictures, shoes, clothes, Louis Vuitton, all of that. Dooney and Burke, I've had all of that. It means nothing to me because I don't get attached to that stuff. I walked right by the counter at the mall the other day before Christmas, looked in the Louis Vuitton counter, and walked right by like it was nothing. Not standing there foaming at the mouth over a damn Louis Vuitton purse because I don't carry big purses anymore. I carry crossover bags. So if I was to go and buy a Louis Vuitton or a Gucci bag, it would probably be a crossover bag or it'd be a clutch to carry for the evening, but it would not be a full-on purse because I just don't carry purses. I don't care for them. I don't have anything to put in them. And I know that's why I said things change. People change. I've changed. I don't have a need for big purses. They're pretty. But do I really want to walk around with a big old purse with absolutely nothing in it? Whether it's for Walmart or Louis Vuitton. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. Now, I might one day invest in me a nice Louis Vuitton or a Gucci bag, but it's not going to be a big purse. It will not be a big purse. And, you know, those purses are expensive anyway, so it really don't matter what size you buy. Just shooting the shit tonight. I hope you all have a wonderful new year. God bless all of you. Whatever it is that you're looking forward to in 2025 as far as money, courtship, relationship, finances, a better living situation. Maybe you want to do some work on your house or decorate your home, get a new home, new apartment, condo, new car. I hope you can attain those goals. Hopefully God will favor you and give you what you want. Thank you, Heidi. I'm going to sleep well. I'm going to take a shower, and then I'm going to find me something to watch. But yes, I hope you all attain the goals this year, 2025. I hope you have a peaceful existence, a quiet existence. That's what I'm going to work on. Peace and serenity. Praying that I have decent people to come in my inner circle, that I will not stand for any foolishness or nonsense, anything that I see that's not becoming, not in good favor, will not serve me well, to remove myself completely, not to revel in it, not to press it. Just let it be. Because life is short. And that's what these demons need to understand about invading people's personal space with their nonsense and their games. Life is short. Maybe you have the time to use and manipulate and con people for selfish reasons, but there are people out here who are trying to live and be happy, and you don't have a right to invade their personal space with your bullshit. Life is short, and life is for the living. And as an old person once said, you're only old when you're dead. Exactly. So if you're 75 and you got life in you, you hold on for 76. Because so long as God wakes you up and favors you, you are in the good. Amen. Next month is the Queen's birthday. I'm at the end of the month, January 29th. So January is going to be a vainglorious month for Queen. You better believe I'm a celebrating every damn day in January, honey. Shut your mouth. I share this birthday with the one and only Oprah Winfrey. Amen. So that's the Queen's birthday, January 29th. You all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for coming into this live. Oh, where you came from, you're so funny. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes, people backgrounds ain't the best, and they don't care for where they came from, where they were born or raised. I mean, everybody's got their own journey. But love you too, honey. I thank you. Oh, you're the 20th? Oh my gosh, perspective. Are you serious? Wow. Oh my goodness. Yes, January is going to be a wonderful month. We'll have to celebrate. We'll have to do us a toast on the 20th and the 29th. You know I'm going to have a good month anyway, just because that's the month Queen was born, baby. What you talking about? 71 was a good year. Damn. I'm feeling good. 53 and some change. When I say God is good, yes, he is good. I feel good now. Trying to stay positive, hopeful, blissful. Christmas is come and gone. Now we're facing a new year. Then my birthday will be at the end of the month, January. So I'm looking for some positive things to happen, some great things to happen. I pray that, I meet really nice people along my journey this year, whether it be a man, female, courtships. If I meet some new friends, that's fine. I don't really hang with a lot of people. I don't really hang with anybody at all, but I'm cordial when I see people. Hey, how you doing? But if I meet somebody, they want to be friendly with me, want to go out, have a lunch or dinner, they got a good vibe, I'll roll with it. But, Queen is always leery because I really don't care for hanging with women. I just from previous experiences, I don't do the women thing well. And I really don't like hanging with women. I really don't. Some of my good friends were males. I've had good male friends since high school. So I gravitate towards men more. But if I met a female or two, they were decent acting, they carried themselves in a dignified manner, I don't mind, being friendly with a female. I just haven't had great experiences dealing with women, because we as women, we are very petty creatures, so. But I'm looking forward to this new year, and I'm so glad you all joined me tonight and decided to chat it up with me and give me your personal opinions pertaining to the new year and Christmas. Hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. And once again, I asked you all, do you think you'll keep your resolutions for 2025? 28% yes, 53% no, 11% not sure, 9% I vehemently plan to. Damn, it's getting lower, 53%. Take the polls on my community page. 57% of you did not have a good year of 2024. 21% of you did. 15% said it was more good, 7% more bad. And what will you try to change this upcoming year? Okay? I hope, hold on, you guys. What's wrong? What say what? It's going to be a good year. I am not dignified. I take offense to that. Oh, Mary, please stop. I was like, what the hell's going on? That damn Mary's a mess. Hold on. Take my post. What would you try to change this year, 2025? Are you looking forward to 2025? 64% yes, 17% no, 19% not sure. Are you happy Christmas is over? 85% yes, 15% no. This is something I asked earlier, and this is pertaining to my conversation with someone who I thought possibly was looking for marriage so they could be a United States citizen. Would you marry a person to help them get a green card? 8% yes, 82% no, 5% not sure, for love only, 5%. Wow, you all are hilarious. 82% of you said you would not marry somebody to help them get a green card. That was 39 votes. Now, 35 votes. Would you marry someone in order for them to get a green card, but for payment only? You would marry her, but they would have to pay you in order for you to marry them. Trick question. Yes, 9%. 86% no, 6% not sure. So right now, I asked you two different questions. One for the money, and one, would you even marry somebody for the green card? It's neck to neck almost. 82% no, you wouldn't marry somebody to help them get a green card. And then you also said at 86% no, you wouldn't even do it if they paid you. One person commented on the green card question for money only. Sweet Jesus, who is this? Shut your mouth. Missy says, that ain't legal. I consider dating someone abroad to escape the U.S. for the next 4 years. Dear God, Missy. I consider dating someone abroad to escape the U.S. Well, what's so bad about the U.S.? What the hell? Mary, please stop. Missy, you got us confused. At least I'm confused. You're going to tell us it ain't legal for somebody to pay you to marry him to get a green card, but then you're going to say you want to leave the U.S. for the next 4 years. Oh, I get it, because of who's the president. I missed that. Hot damn, I'm getting old. I just caught that. I'm sorry about that, Missy. I apologize. Oh, wow. She's basically saying she'd get with a foreigner because of who's the president now, who's going to be the upcoming president. Shut your mouth. Damn, Missy, that's deep. That's deep. Well, I'm going to say this. Trump may be coming into office, but I still ain't going to leave the U.S. because he's going to be the president. I love America despite her dirty ways, and there's nobody in office that would push me to leave America. Not now, not never. I would travel abroad, even maybe buy property stay for a winded stay. But I would never give up my citizenship, forfeit my citizenship because of who's in office. Governor, senator, mayor, chief of police, or the damn president. And on that note, I'm out of here. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below. Follow the Queen on the Newsbreak app. And if you like to donate to this great network, $BigAngie129 Cash App. Love you guys. Have a wonderful New Year. I'll be back with more commentary. We're going to talk about P. Diddy tomorrow. He's got a new allegation from an alleged executive assistant who says he was coerced to do dirty deeds, pilfer drugs, sex acts for Sean Puffy Combs. Peace. Love you guys. You've been listening to the Vault XL. Thank you.